ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Habs Tonight playoff pregame show. Before we get started, you know how we start this show all the time. Annik, all right, I dug deep for this one, okay? Did you know I was trying to buy a hockey stadium?
Really? Since when?
But my broker could only give me a ballpark price. That's right. You know what? That was so terrible. Do you have one? Do you have one you can throw in there too? Because I don't know. I'm not that confident with that one today.
I'm going to ask you, have you heard about the monkey who has won the Stanley Cup?
No.
They say he's a champion.
Welcome to the pregame show, folks. Woohoo! Yep.
Oh boy. That's just, yeah.
No words. really hope this is not our last pregame, and then we're not declaring that. But
there's a possibility that it is. So we had to go big just in case.
Just in case, guys.
Just in case.
Here we are. Habs and Leafs, Game 7. Not a lot of folks thought we would get to this point, including me. I'm not even going to freaking lie here, man. Like, I'll be the first one to admit. I work tonight, so I'm going to be at work watching the game on my phone. But the point is, I could have booked, I could have asked for the day shift today at work, and I didn't in advance just because I didn't want to book too far ahead and assume anything, right? Yep, so I don't care if we get the win in that sense. I won't care if I'm not watching it at home. But anyway, that's besides the point. Habs Leafs, Game 7. Let's get right into the lineup, Annik, because it looks like the Canadiens are not going to change a thing. And that actually has me kind of concerned, and we'll get into my reasons in a second. But let's talk about the Habs lineup, and then we'll touch on the Leafs lineup too.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, we've been switching lineups every single game since, well, Duchamp's been on the team, right? So as head coach. So it feels weird to say, but I mean, I'm kind of confident with what we have. We still had a pretty decent lineup on the last game. I think the only shocker that we're still seeing is Tatar still being out and Jake Evans is taking his place. We were discussing this earlier where Jake Evans has been playing some solid hockey. Absolutely love what he said yesterday about not being the team's best sniper, best scorer, best anything, but he's going to use his speed and get it done every night. He played over 23 minutes on Saturday. So excited to see the energy that he's going to bring today, and I think the boys are ready.
Yeah, well, you have a better, thought process than I did there, I guess. And for me, I'm just concerned. I've talked to the team about this throughout, and it's just offense. Offense really has me concerned.
Yeah,
we didn't get a goal until we had a power play or a 5-on-3, even in Game 6. And I'm not trying to be a pessimist by any reason today. I'm just going by what what I'm really feeling, and it's therapeutic to get it out because you want to be proven wrong if you're not sure if your own team is going to win. But Jake Evans, you know what? If he can do what he's got to do on the first line, that's all good. I just don't know, is this the last we see of Thomas Tatar in a Canadiens uniform if we don't win this game? And that's a really good question to ask at this point. Now, I don't want to go too deep on that only because it's Game 7. He's not in, and we can't focus on that. Yeah. But the rest of the lineup, I'm confident. I mean, if Kotkaniemi's confidence is not at an all-time high right now, there's something wrong. But I can't wait to see what he does in Game 7 and really the whole squad. I'm getting excited. I'm getting there.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm really nervous because a part of me is saying, you know what, if we get knocked out tonight, we came back 2 games and we made them shit their pants. We are in their heads, and whether you want to admit it or not, they're thinking about it. Can we actually make it? Can we do this? So if we don't make it, we gave him a hell of a run. But if we make it, this is our Stanley Cup. I've said it several times. We are not supposed to be here according to every single sports anchors or whatever you want to call them. Nobody's bet on us. So we can do it. I'm not worried that we don't have the character and the talent to do it. It's just going to be a matter of scoring some goals, getting some discipline early, and try not to blow a lead and try not to get to overtime, because I can't imagine my poor heart in overtime.
Yeah, I was thinking double OT tonight. That could happen.
Need a defibrillator just for that.
Right? I know. I was thinking about this too, and who could be the Game 7 hero for the Leafs or the Habs? I think the answer is obvious for the Canadiens. I think if Carey Price is able to factor in and help steal this game, because the thing is, if I'm Toronto, like you got to get that first goal if you're Toronto in this game.
100%.
You absolutely have to. They haven't done it for a couple of games now. The Canadiens have scored first the last 2 games. So if you're Toronto, you absolutely have to play. I don't know. They play decent with the lead. We haven't been able to play catch-up hockey, right? So if Toronto gets the lead, that's where you're concerned if you're the Canadiens. So Carey Price has to be absolutely all world, out of his mind tonight. And that's what concerns me, is because we need goals to win a hockey game. We need to score more. And Carey Price and Jack Campbell were both phenomenal in the last game. But for me, it's Carey Price. And on the Leafs side, I really liked what I'm seeing from Jason Spezza. Like I just he's a feel-good story. If there's one feel-good story on Toronto that I can appreciate, it's Jason Spezza. I just like what he's doing. Something about the guy I just like. I like the way he responds, and he's a leader that I think is going to be. There's going to be a few leaders in Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner's ears tonight, just saying, guys, this is not all on you. Like you know what I'm saying. Like just looking at it from both sides here, to be respectful of the Leafs, fan base and everything like that. I just think that the guys like Joe Thornton, Wayne Simmons, even. And Spezza are going to be in the ears of these guys saying, listen, this is a team game. We are going to win it together or not. And I like what Jason Spezza has brought to the Leafs lineup. For me, he's been more of a threat offensively than some of the Leafs' top heavy guys.
100%. 100%. And Carey's been on his ass this whole series. So, no, I agree with what you're saying. If we get a good Carey Price. We've been getting a good Carey Price this whole series, but if we get Carey standing on his head again tonight, anything can happen for us. And don't forget, Toronto has a fantastic team, a fantastic roster. They have the talent to win this tonight. So it's going to be a matter of just pure luck, I think. It's Game 7. Anything can happen. And Toronto has 550 fans tonight in the stadium, which is going to be a first for them, which they're also frontline workers who will receive a free jersey and everything. So I tip my hat to the organization for doing that. If anybody deserves it, it's our frontline workers. So I'm thankful for that. We'll see. It could be half of Habs fan too, So anxious to see what that's going to give. And yes, Carey's going to have a big factor, but I'm also expecting a big game from the young kids, so like some Suzuki's, Kotkaniemi, Caulfield. These kids have been all over the ice recently, so I'm expecting a huge game from the whole team.
Yeah, that's what brings me to the point of the ticker here, is that the young guns have been they've had the biggest impact up front for the Canadiens. Suzuki, Caulfield, Kotkaniemi, Jake Evans coming up to the first line. So I'm looking for we're looking for guys like maybe Galley or Anderson or somebody to factor in tonight, but whoever it is, it doesn't matter, because everyone's going to be firing on all cylinders. It's going to be will versus skill tonight. I think you're going to have to will yourselves to a win tonight. It's Game 7. And because that's why anything can happen, because it's not always the most skilled team that wins. It's the team that has the most will to win. And I think that's going to be the most entertaining storyline for both teams tonight. I hope we get a great game for the sake of both fan bases too. Yeah. So that's what I'm really hoping. And the winner of Game 7 will play Winnipeg this Wednesday in Winnipeg to start round 2. So they have been rested beyond rested, the Winnipeg Jets have. And if fortunately for them, they're going to be able to heal up too, because they had, Ehlers and they had Dubois to the lineup early on against Edmonton. And those guys have had nothing but rest now. So you have to think that Winnipeg doesn't really care. If I'm them, I don't really care who wins this series between the Habs and Leafs.
100%. And Shane and I said it on Auto de la Ligue earlier today, where it's either going to be a well-rested Winnipeg that's going to come out swinging, or it's going to be a hungry, fired up Habs or Leafs Game 7 winner that's going to come out swinging as well, because they're on a high and Winnipeg's been resting for too long. So anything can happen for that series as well, but it's definitely going to be an interesting one. Can't wait to see that matchup. Yeah,
it's going to be good. Tonight's going to be hopefully not too stressful for all the fan bases, but I mean, I will just say this will be kind of my final point, is because you saw my Facebook post yesterday, and not everyone would have seen it, but I basically just said, so many of my friends are Leaf fans. I've seen them suffer for a long time, and it's just an awkward position to be in as a Montreal fan, because the kind of fan that I've decided to be is one that I don't get that pissed off if we lose. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't affect me at all, but I just try to have a mature response to it, and I'm just ready for any outcome. And if the Leafs do end up winning, I will genuinely be happy for my Leaf fan friends. I know there's always trolls out there that on both fan bases that will go after the other, but I've just chosen to take this perspective, and I hope for whoever wins, they're respectful to the opponent, because it's not fun to lose. And especially Toronto has known losing a lot more than we have. So in that sense, I will be happy for them if they get this series win. I know it'll be at our expense, but I'm just preparing for the worst, I guess. But at the same time, I'm going to be happy for, all those people out there that have been waiting for them to get through round one. And if Montreal ends up coming out on top, of course, I'll be over the moon too. But I guess I'm just prepared either way,
Yeah, for sure. That being said, before we wrap up, any predictions? I'm going to put you on the spot for maybe one last time.
I've stuck with him this whole series, and he came up big. I'm going to go with KK again. He's the only player I'm going to pick. I kind of want to say defensively, though. I want to see Shea Weber or Jeff Petrie get on the board tonight. I want to see a goal from the point. We haven't had many goals from the defensive end. So I am contradicting myself already, but I'm going to say either KK, Petrie, or Weber. I would just love to see one of those guys factor in with a goal tonight.
Perfect. Any overtime? Think they're going to go overtime or
double? If it does go OT, I think it's going to. If it does, I think it's going to. So,
but you're killing me.
I know. That's just how I really think. But I mean, it doesn't matter what I think. I'm just another guy here. But
I'm gonna say same prediction that I had on Auto de la Ligue earlier. It's gonna be a 3-2 win for Montreal. I said KK, Suzuki, Caulfield. I'm expecting a big game from all three of them. So, and again, I said if the defense could get on the board, that would be great, especially Jeff Petrie, expecting a big bounce back game from him. I know it wasn't his fault that it deflected on his skates and everything, but expecting a bounce back game definitely on his side. But aside from that, make sure to follow us on social media at Habs Tonight, and to subscribe to our channel as well at Habs Tonight again. We have recently hit over 6,000 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you to each and every one of you for all your support. Greatly appreciated. If this is our last pregame show of the season, Drew and I thank you so very much for all the support and for laughing at our idiotic jokes all season long. It's been a pleasure being with you guys. So thank you so much for all the support. But on that note, remember to breathe tonight. Have a can if you need to. I think the boys are going to be on maybe for a can or two on Instagram Live or something tonight. So stay tuned for that. And Drew, have a good day at work, buddy.
Yeah, I'll certainly try. I'll be watching the Steve Dangle stream for the game tonight, because it's the only place you can watch it, for free online and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I feel like we shouldn't be saying farewell. I mean, like, the guys are going to kick our freaking rear ends for being kind of like expecting the worst tonight. But that's the beauty of Game 7. You don't know. And I genuinely don't know what's going to happen in this game. I really don't. So I hope it's a great game for the sake of entertainment and the fan bases, and we get a treat tonight. That's what I really hope, is at the end of the day, we're like,
some good hockey. That's it.
Just like looking back on this game and be like, wow, that was an amazing game.
It could have went either way.
Yeah. Like after a pandemic ridden season where so much negative has gone in the last year and a half, I hope this is something we can pull from, and just everything's laid out on the line on the ice tonight from all the players. And we get a good product as a result of it.
There you go. So go Habs, go you guys. Thank you again for tuning in, and enjoy the game.
I'll put the rally towel up one more time. Go Habs, go. I will say it. I am cheering for them. Believe it or not, guys, I am. Okay, so cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you, guys.